All right, let's see if we can't get this thing situated and functioning properly. Apologize for the craziness. We got a little bit of swing beats going for some audio. So, what this is going to be is a full comprehensive playthrough of Project Ozone 3 Mythic Mode. When I say full comprehensive, start to finish, no edits. It'll be here live once a week, and then it will be uploaded to my channel in tidbits and pieces. Now, I have some other things up on the screen, as you can see, because for Mythic Mode, if you've never set up Mythic Mode, if you've never set up Kappa Mode, here's how you do it. You go into your config folder, and you find Pack Mode. Open it in whatever text editor you use. I happen to use Atom, and you want to make sure your mode, your pack mode, is set properly. What's up? Make sure it is set to Mythic or Kappa or Titan or Normal. These are in order of Normie. Ooh, this is going to be challenging. Oh, this is going to make life suck. And what the hell am I doing? Which is Mythic Mode. I've already gone through, set it to Mythic, and we have launched the pack. It takes a good handful of minutes. Is there an echo? These are in order of Normie. Let me turn that off. Oh, it's probably because you're probably hearing me from somewhere. Yeah. Again, I have everything set up for my Twitch stream, not for YouTube. This is the first time I've ever gone live on YouTube, so bear with me. There, we fixed it. We're gonna have problems. For those of you, Sturm and Hyena, you are coming over from my Twitch side. You know how stuff goes crazy. All right, so we have everything set up, ready to rock and roll. Again, a full start to finish, hopefully, comprehensive playthrough. Project Ozone 3 takes a great deal of time, and if this gets little to no traction, it will be a waste of time. Now, we are starting in a single-player world. I assure you this will transition into a server, just because it needs to. Mythic Mode is a go. World options. Yeah. All the normal stuff. Create new world. Let's rock and roll. Oh, I know you know. The shenanigans are real. Again, this playthrough is intended for a more YouTube style versus my Twitch style. So I'll be focusing on gameplay. I will be focusing on what I'm doing in the pack, things of that nature. So we'll see how it works. If you've never messed with Project Ozone before and you are seeing this on the replay, once you hit that start world, it takes a few minutes. It takes a few minutes to get things going. So bear with us. Each week, every Monday, I hope to do this. This will be a Monday thing. And then it'll give everybody approximately 1 week to catch up. So we'll get 2.5 hours of gameplay in of the usual shenanigans. And see what goes from there. And you screwed up. We screwed up because I didn't change the world type. We're kicking things off in fantastic fashion. Trying to do a Project Ozone gameplay in the overworld is just, yeah. Stabby! What is up, my dude? Beat. Create. This is Mythic Mode. Try this again. World type. Garden of Glass. Again, if you were seeing the replay, there are individuals coming over from my Twitch side that are going to be, from time to time, hanging out here in the channel. And I've already lost 1 subscriber. I started it. Yeah, I'm down there on the low end of the totem pole. As YouTube goes, I'm at the bottom end. So now let's try it again. Round 2. Let's see. Are we high in the sky this time? We are. All right. We are indeed high in the sky. All right. So first thing is first. If you're hopping into one of these style playthroughs, right? We're gonna check your quest book. Now I've already gone through, and yes, we are. Hi, Maury. You want to go through and have a look at everything that is in store for you. Now, I have not played through Mythic Mode. I've played through and completed Normal, Titan, and Kappa Mode. I have halfway completed a no EMC run of Kappa Mode. What is the difference between Atom and Notepad? At the very beginning, I used Atom. It's just a different text editor. I happen to like Atom over Notepad due to its ability to sort through projects and folders. Alright, very beginning, we have all of our rewards. This is pretty standard. I'm glad they added the lock tray. This is where we begin. Random act of kindness. So, start off with a diamond, oak sapling, some dirt, and rack. There we go. Let's claim that. And we have the beginnings. We have the beginnings. So as we go through with any quest book, you go through, you pick things off. I have a problem, and my big problem with this stuff is I know progression, and I tend to skip around, and I will do my best not to. Beta tab has all of our stuff from Woot. Some of our storage options over here being either the barrels or your storage drawers, and then down here we've got your dank nulls and the atomic resonator and all of that fun stuff. Head into the gamma tab. This is the most hated mod, well, second most. Embers seems to be that one mod that nobody likes, absolutely nobody likes. I was just asked, will I do chance cubes? I will not be doing chance cubes in this playthrough. We'll be saving our chance cubes if I can find the Silk Touch pendant, because we need them for something very, very special. Very, very special. All right. Pressing on, in the Delta tab is all of your mystical agriculture. All of the seeds we're going to need. Over into Epsilon, Magnetic Craft, along with modular machines. Zeta gives us immersive engineering and brutality. Ada is all of your thermal series machines, and Ender IO. And then as we press on, we have I can't remember the names of these because it's been so long. The MFR Industrial Foregoing, the MFR redo. Iota comes in. This one, people don't like this because you have to craft one of each of all armors in succession. Into the Kappa tab, we have all of our solar panels, our power generation. This is nuclear craft. And then, of course, extreme reactors. Over in Lambda is all of the travel, all of the dimensions. Twilight Forest is a big one. And then we have the lovely bug dimension into the Erebus. Along with the Nether, we have to find the Gas Queen, the Lost Cities. If you get, the sooner you can get the Lost Cities, oh man, that can be a game changer. The Deep Dark and Simple Void. Then we have into Twilight Forest to get all the various crystals for Lordcraft, everyone's favorite mod, Lordcraft. This has been a much debated mod in this pack. I'm not a fan of it, never been a fan of it, and I often give the pack developer, Cazador, a hard time over it. New comes in, and we've got astral sorcery and blood magic, so we will get some altar stuff going on. And then, of course, Britannia, the nature-themed tech mod. Omicron comes in for Abyssal Craft. We're going to have to get a Shoggoth layer going on. That's always fun. Pi comes in with Pneumatic Craft. You can see this is quite extensive, all of the plastics. Bro brings us one of my favorite storage mods, AE2. Sigma is RF Tools. Tau brings us some mechanism stuff. Epsilon is advanced, not advanced rocketry, Galacticraft, excuse me. Then we go into Draconic Evolution and all of the, I can't remember the name of it for the life of me. The Philosopher's Stone and all of that, the EMC. Yeah. Then we have open modular turrets. I have these. I've always loved this mod, but I have yet to use it in this pack. Then we have the Psi, which brings all of our singularities. This has had a big change from Kappa to Mythic. Omega is the very end. Then you have simple achievements, and then you have the end. Normal, Titan, Kappa, and Mythic. I wanted to have a way that these could be detected. Project E, yes, thank you. My brain is not working this morning. To where it was all detected, to where this could actually be all the way down the list, and you can have the master completionist, where it shows all of them, but I don't even think that's possible. Now, one thing that's been added that I lobbied for a great deal of time, and that is compact machines. I wanted compact machines so badly, and I championed for it for quite a while, and I am pleased to see that it is now finally in here. But you can see we're gonna need Lumium. That's just to get to the 3x3. And then as we go up, it gets more and more end steel, crystalline pink, and then yeah. So if you haven't seen some of this stuff, yeah, grains of piezoality, which is pulsating crystal, which is empowered diamantine, yeah. So it's going to take a whole lot. There's gonna be a whole lot of explanation. I will do my best to answer questions as they come up in chat, as they are relevant. For me to go through right now and explain a little bit about each mod in this pack right now, when there's almost 300 mods, that would take the full 2.5 hours as it is. So, things like this, to get all of this set up, all of the, what's the word I'm looking for? All of the automation is going to take a great deal of time. Now, there's a huge contention as to whether or not auto clickers are cheaty or not. I do not believe that they are. I do not believe that auto clickers are cheaty. So, it's over them in there. If you hover over something that can be like, you take your pebbles in a 2x2. Creates cobblestone. Well, if you hover over it and you hit the K key on your keyboard, hey, look at that. It creates it. Now, if you hit Shift K, and I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom right, hold Shift and hit K, and it will actually do all of them. If you have a crafting table open, right? You have a crafting table open. We'll do 3x3. Is it really that loud? I can't hear it. There. So apparently my headphones are dying. Fantastic. And this is what I get for not using my usual setup. I am not using my streaming setup. And that screwed things up. Fantastic. So I do apologize for that. We are balancing everything out. Fun fact: the way that things are handled on the Twitch side is very different from the YouTube side in terms of functionality. It's gonna take some getting used to. Anyhow, we've got ourselves a fair bit of cobble. Gonna grab our first oak sapling. Go ahead and plant you down. Get the twerkage going. Now, if something happens and you don't have the sapling, right? You don't have the sapling. You can see all of that root stuff down there. What's up, Pop? All of that will actually, if you get 4 of the, it'll give you a sapling. So in the event that you happen to lose 1, maybe 2, there's still hope. Here we go. Tree. Also, Matt, 1 oak wood, 1 oak plank. Another huge thing that makes this pack so challenging. But once you get down to it, you find ways to work around it. So we're gonna grab us our first crafting station. Yes, YouTube is a different kind of Twitchy. Now, I have always, every sky block, I do it the same way. Oh, come back and fix that later once we have tools. As long as you place the block on the bottom half of place the slab on the bottom half of the block. What that does is it prevents a spawnable surface. Also, and I believe it's Quark that adds it, the ability to place a block underneath a block, which is kind of nice when you're dealing with a sky block in terms of setting up some of your stairs, things of that nature. Kind of makes it easier. All right. Go ahead and remove the rest of this. Get a couple saplings. Fantastic. And then rinse and repeat. Instead of just the twerking, you can also run. So if you have a large area of space, say crops or a large tree area, you run alongside it, and you can also do the exact same thing. And instead of twerking. As we unlock and get started, yes, I could go through and talk about the individual mods. And some of the stuff that I would like to do. Alright, wooden crook. Actually, we have stone crooks. Diorite crook. We can make crooks. Now, we have the diamond, right? Haven't gotten into what I'm going to use the diamond for just yet. I know what I'm going to use it for. Just haven't gotten into it. Every time I start this playthrough, I always use my diamond for the exact same thing. Because it's going to help out. It's going to help out, I swear. Alright, let's get us... That's not going to work, Chester. Let's get us an axe. Get a few more logs. Fantastic. We have wands, of course. So we're going to go ahead and make a stone wand. This will allow us to expand our platform just a little bit more so we don't fall off because, well, it's a long way down. And I'd rather not. Starting a pack that I've played so many times this early, falling to my death, would be kind of embarrassing. Kind of embarrassing. Yes, Sturb said in chat, I'm going to make a jukebox. Yes, I'm going to make myself a jukebox. See, now we can run around and do all the things. And it is the more better. Some people remove the... I can't remember the name of that flare. It used to be... I don't, because it gives you a better chance of a large tree being formed. Alright, so the wood age. A wooden crook. We need 8 apples, 1 sapling, and some wood. So to complete our very first actual quest, we still need 1 more apple. Go, go, catch it, give me an apple. Nah. Lame. You wish that Kappa would work on YouTube. What do you mean? The trees do not want to grow. Okay. So as we get started, we have bonsais, right? We do. It's been a hot minute since I last played through a Project Ozone. I spent a solid year and change playing Project Ozone. Hey, look, a couple apples coming down. There we go. Wood age is complete. 4 logs, 1 sapling, 8 apples, and a wooden crook. Gives us 2 bottles, a juicer, and 5 rack. Go ahead and claim that. Now, apples. Early going, here's how you can cheese your apples. Cook them. So that half a nugget, you get 4 cooked apple through tiny progressions. Get that started early on, and you're ready to rock and roll. All right, back that up. Right clicking. We need a furnace, and to make a furnace, 8 compressed cobblestone in a furnace pattern. And this is where I was talking about. You have your 3x3 up, hover over, you hit K, and it gives you whatever that would be, that whole stack. Obviously, we're going to need 1 more. So it's kind of nice, especially if you're doing large scale stuff. The Kappa emote. Ah, fair. And there we go. Right clicking complete gives us a little bit more rack. This rack becomes very important as we get up into here. Night vision totems. You get the Apollatary sword, which in the beginning is garbage, at the end is godly. Me personally, the first totem I go for, where are you? There you are. Want that flight totem. Definitely want that flight totem. That is my very, very first one. Let's go ahead and get us a pickaxe. We're going to have to get into the Tinker's tools here real soon. Get you cooking up. Also going to have to get... We have a ton of stuff. Hopefully, throughout this first series, that we'll be able to get into. Another question was asked: what other things are compact machines used to craft? You know, I don't know that recipes were added. Let's find out. That is the tunnel, the giant compact machine. It looks like compact machines were only brought in just to make the compact machines, except for the maximum, which is used in the chaos plank. You need, looks like, 4 maximum compact machines, which is 98 walls and a crystalline pink slime block. So fantastic. Oh, lost some stuff. Lost some stuff. We don't have magnets, so. Alright. We're going to go ahead, take our little bits of charcoal, break you down, get some food going. I'll show you what I'm talking about with the apples. Alright, back into alpha. We're going to need to get into iron furnaces, and we can start working on Tinker's Construct. See? Cooked apple. Cooked apples are amazing. Alright, I can't remember, but there should be a better way of getting planks. Because that's fuel. Yeah. The sawmill from Thermal Series will double. The precision, the precision sawmill will, where are you at? Chop down beds. Hey, there's your jukebox. There we go. It'll give you 1 to 6. So if we can get to this point, if we ever need to, and I say that because believe it or not, you'll get to points where you're not going to need it. But this will be a thing. And then the manufactory is also 1 to 6. So while at the very beginning, it's kind of, 1 to 1. Really is a hindrance. Don't worry. You'll eventually get there. Let's get some patterns. All right. Let's go into Tinker's Construct. And all of the stuff. We have patterns, but we're going to need... This needs to be all put away. All right. Crafting station. We'll add that to the list. Stencil table. We're going to add part builder. Now, if you don't know how I'm doing this, putting everything up in the top left, when you hover over an item and hit A, it adds it to the list. It's kind of nice. Let's see what else we need. Tool station, crafting station, stencil, part builder, and pattern chest. I hope that was the pattern chest. No, that was the part chest. Pattern chest. There we go. And then hover over the one on the list, hit A to remove it. And then last but not least is the tool station, which is down here. Now the tool forge, we're a long ways from because it requires various metal blocks to, like, there's tin, there's iron alloy, there's pig iron, manulin. Requires various other iron blocks in order to make that. That'll allow you to make some of the larger and more functional tools. All right, crafting station we have because we've already put one down. Stencil table, oak plank plus a pattern. We can do that. Ooh, we didn't look at that. Fire resistance in our ability bottle. I completely skipped over that. I apologize. Stencil table. Part builder is oak wood with a blank pattern. Fantastic. So one there and one there. Part builder. And then we have the tool station, which is a crafting table or crafting station. 1, 2, 3, 4 gives us a crafting table. That at the top is tool station. And then last but not least is, yes, and I like that this was added. So the spruce chest, or any of your chests with a blank pattern, or surround it. Now, one thing you can do, unless it's been changed, is that. That's very, very nice. So you're going to be using a ton of chests. This acts like 4. This acts as though it's the 1 to 4 like you would normally have, and gives us the extra, which extra is always good. All right. One chest with a blank pattern. We have our pattern chest. Fantastic. Achievement get. All right, put you there. Park builder, stencil table. Actually, I need to flip those. Because how this will work is now we go through, we're gonna need, we'll need a pickaxe, right? We're gonna need axe, right? Put that there, and it will automatically load it into the chest, which is kind of nice. There's that. Shovel, I'm sure we'll need. But there's one specifically that I'm looking for. The sledgehammer. We're talking about what I'm going to use my diamond for. Sledgehammer head, fantastic. We're going to need binding. And we're going to need a tool, or a tool rod. I always use my diamond for my sledgehammer. Always, always, always. For when you're breaking down all of your cobble into gravel, into sand, you're going to be going through it like crazy. So why not? Diamonds are going to become easy to get. I always go that route. We have a chest. We can store stuff in. We don't quite have a cobble gen yet. You know you've been playing other variations of Minecraft when you try to do other button combinations. Alright, back in here. We completed that. Claim. Alright, for this, we actually have to get... Here, I'll go ahead and show you. Porcelain clay requires clay and bone meal. So we have to get into sieving for that. So we got to back away from that one. Silk, we gotta get some string, and that will get us down that line into the sieving. We will have to get a mob farm. We'll have to get to the hunting dimension. Doesn't mean we have to do it right now. Let's go ahead. 4. Give us a little bit of space. Still don't know exactly what I plan to do in terms of some type of base structure. Haven't thought that far ahead. It's going to be a healthy amount of time before we get to that point. It's going to be a healthy amount of time before we get there. We're going to need more. Oh. And I can't squat underneath. Like I said, I've been playing other versions of Minecraft lately. Oh, I almost did a bad. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna need some sticks. Grab you to make more slabs. For those of you who ever played the older versions of Project Ozone, I love that the infestation is so much faster now. Some of you may remember that it took a hot minute. It took a whole hot minute before that stuff even did what it needed to do. Fun fact, you can also, if you plan on using crooks a whole lot, you can make a crook out of various materials. And then add modifiers, so you could actually use that for your first diamond, should you so choose. I don't personally see a need for it, but that's me. Finish this off, fantastic. All right. We need to go ahead and clear out the wood here. Wonderful. That opens up sieving. Sieving is the next major step of the process, so we can start getting all the ores that we're going to need. because I want to get in the early going. I'm gonna get some iron because I want to get some shears. We do have wooden shears. Wooden shears are very useful for a lot of the wood type stuff. Wood type stuff. Wow. Dirt stuff. Excuse me. You go in and start getting into all the dirt things, right? To make dirt, yeah. I need more string, I'm sure. So let's go ahead. Get another silkworm going. Let's go ahead and make our axe finally, or quickly, but finally. I don't think we'll need a pickaxe just yet. We will make one, but we don't need one currently. Axe head. And grab you. There we go. Into the tool station with you. Stone hatchet. There we go. It's nice because we could repair them instead of dealing with all the stuff over and over. You know what? I'm curious. We were talking about making the crook, right? Let's go into 2, 3, and 4. Make a stone crook. Let's see how well you function. See if you're actually worth. Durability 1. No. 10 out of 10. Absolutely not worth. We'll just stick with regular crooks for now. I think, unless it was a different pack. No, it was a different pack. At what point a diamond crook was a thing? Actual diamond crook. Alright, we're gonna need another wand. Because we're going to need to get sieving going. We're going to also need to eventually get a obsidian generator, a clay generator, all of the various things. We haven't even touched water yet. Water should be fairly simple because we have our one water source. Yeah. Actually, let's go ahead and knock that out. If I can remember some of this stuff. It's going to be interesting because it's been a while since I've played. Some of the various tricks that I knew. We got the barrel. We need the crucible. We need sticks. The crucible can take saplings. Turn saplings into water, which is kind of nice. Build a magnificent base. I don't know what's defined as magnificent. As for time lapse, I don't know if I would time lapse it. I was asked if I would build a magnificent base. We're gonna need those bottles. All right, grab you. And K. Let's go ahead and put you guys together. See, just like that. And we're gonna be able to use that for a hot minute. And that's what I like. That's what I like. Okay, so where are we? Perfect. So we have our water source. And we're going to go ahead and dump them in here. Get our barrels back, or our bottles back, excuse me. And that... Oh, that's because it's compressed. It's like, I know that works. There we go. We get our first clay. By using the existing water source, we were able to... Go ahead and put the leaves, saplings in there. Bottle the water, drop it into the barrel, take dust, and get clay. And that'll give us our very first thing of clay. And we can turn that into an unfired clay bucket. And then we can cook that bucket up. Now that can be repeated. We have the bucket of water there. It can be repeated again, but to show you that you can put saplings into a wooden crucible, I figured that was necessary. We're gonna need to do some serious stuff here shortly. Stick to the center, as I have been. 5. And then the slabs. We're gonna go stick with that corner. All of this is temporary because I don't know what kind of structural environment I'm going to create. We'll go and refill once more. There we go. Water bucket. Water bucket. Infinite water source. Now we have all the water we could need. Cover that up and rock and roll. Just like that we have. Yeah. Okay, so where were we? Why does it still say we need... Oh, because we needed 2. That's why. Eventually, we will have an automated system set up where we just dump a whole ton of dust in. It'll give us clay, and it will be glorious. Clay shears will be a thing. You'll see a lot of the things that we're going to need that are going to be fantastically working. All right. Go ahead and claim that. Claim them all. Gives us that one. It's the only other one we really had to claim. Bonsai pot is here, which is a bunch of bricks, which is fantastic. But what we want is the hopping bonsai pot. And to make that requires a hopper, which requires iron. We don't quite have iron yet. We're working on that. That's what the sieve is going to be for. Let's go ahead and get a little bit more wood stuff. So we're going to need, go ahead and clear you guys out. Sieve. And a mesh. Get at least up to flint. And we'll show you how we're going to get the flint mesh. There we go. 1 sieve. 9. And 1 mesh. Gives us 8 more. Claim that. We now have 9 mesh. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna need a little bit more. By a lot. So as you can see, right from the get-go, if you haven't messed with any of this, a ton of resources is going to be needed. We have our 8. Fantastic. down over here. One, two, three. Now, again, the string mesh can go in. The string mesh will give you nether wart with soul sand. There are rare circumstances that you will only use string, and I believe it's the dirt. The dirt is the only one that it doesn't kind of do you benefit to have the flint. Like string mesh with dust will give you bone meal, gunpowder, and skystone. However, if you upgrade it to flint, you're going to have more stuff, but still getting bone meal, gunpowder, and skystone. Don't at me about my lack of inventory management, because if you're not careful, I'll put this on a server and I will ask Lady Katia, the community manager, to help me out. Anybody who knows the community knows she is usually my right hand. Get a little bit closer. You can see in the bottom, just to the left of the hotbar, the numbers, they are growing. We'll max this out. We're soon we should be able to get into there. We need at least one spot. There. You need to have at least one spot in your inventory to make sure you can get all that taken care of. Another fantastic thing I like is this option here, crafting tweaks. If you need to rotate stuff around, you can balance. Like, okay, you want to make stairs, right? You want to make a bunch of them. So you do that, and then you hit balance grid, and it'll shift them all about, even them out. You can make your stairs, or whatever it is that you're making. Or if you hold shift, you can see spread grid, which is real nice. And it'll do that. And we have 35 compressed, which is what I was going after. 3. There we go. Just a little bit of gravel. We don't need a whole lot, because we're going to take that, right? Gravel is made by, or excuse me, flint is made by 3 gravel. Boom. 54. We go to our 9 flint mesh. Oh, screwed that up a little bit. There we go. Just like that. Flint mesh is complete. What's the next step in the process? Flame gets us a little bit more rack. Alright, we'll need to get into the auto sifter, which is next, which is a whole bunch of stone and some pistons. Pistons is where things get fun, because you need electrotine alloy or red alloy ingots. Think about electrotine is iron and electrotine dust. Go back here so we can keep that. So that's for the electrotine. Red alloy is iron with redstone, fantastic. But it also requires invar, which is probably getting the alloy killed early. Nickel and iron of the various varieties, or it can be put into a smeltery. But we're not at the smeltery. We got to go through the porcelain. Went over the compact machines recipe, and 9x9x9 compact machines is early on if person does a little grind. Absolutely correct. However, we are what? An hour into it, so we're not there yet. we still have a little ways to go. It was brought up about compact machines. But what wasn't talked about was the fact that it requires a personal shrinking device, 2 hyper diamonds. Yeah. So, neutral steel of the 1st degree. So, that requires blazing pyrotheum, draconium. Yeah, so it's still a little ways off. Still a little ways off. Oh, yes. Let's go ahead and get our wind out. The unfortunate part of the stone wand is it doesn't go vertically. You do an iron one for that. But that's okay. We're not doing a whole lot. Alright. Is it dust that we want or sand? Sand will give us... We want dust. Alright. Because we need that glorious bone meal. There we go. And look at that. Almost 2.5 stacks of the dust. Fantastic. Now, eventually we will have a full-fledged auto-sifting system that will handle... I think you can get up to a stack at a time, but I actually like to have my system set up where it handles 25. It's a 5x5 system, and we'll have all of that taken care of and rocking at the earliest possible convenience. As you can see in the hotbar, we're already up to 18 bone meal. So that porcelain clay stuff, yeah, it's as good as ours. A little bit of iron, some gold. Moving along quite nicely. So we'll get a some, what's it called? Lava production here real soon. Yeah, but we're gonna need iron mesh because of that. Because of that. So we're gonna need some iron. Iron chunk. Look at that. Look at that. We already have our first 32 things of iron, but we need more. But we need more. We're gonna get more. This is usually a path I don't take. But I figured this time. Watch it actually not work. What I'm doing is if you take a 3x3 blaze, you get blaze mesh, and it works under a crucible at 30x. You know that waiting for lava to form? Yeah. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take care of you. Wonderful. Be there, Shift K. Little bit more. We're gonna go that route, I think. As you can see, I go through a whole ton of the hammer. So putting that diamond on there, very much 10 out of 10 worth. Very, very much worth. Well, at least in my eyes, it's worth. Where'd he go? I need another probably get some gravel. Yeah, let's go ahead and get some gravel. So we should be able to get some coal from this real fast. And it gets us a little bit more iron, but we got the most important thing. Coal. We're going to throw this in here. Yeah, I know. There's some people like, if you get your smeltery, you can double it. Yes. Yes, I know. Also, to take it back a minute while I'm finishing this stuff off, it was asked if I was going to do chance cubes. Generally, for stuff like this, I don't do chance cubes. Generally. As if you're not careful, they can be destructive as hell. But in this pack specifically, there is a draconic explosion. If you guys remember it. Oh, that's right. This is 116 or 112, not 116. Excuse me. You can't put chests side by side yet. There is that crazy explosion that's out there, but when you go in and you look at chance cubes, there's something very, very important. You take chance cubes. It's a crafting recipe. The quantum compressor. You need 13,099 of them. And what that gives you is an ingot, but not just any ingot. Yes, it gives you a Jesterite ingot. And yes, believe it or not, that one's mine. Not just, it's got the same name. Absolutely not. Go look at Content Tweaker. You will see Casmodian, Aristotle, Sight All of these materials are from the testers. Those of us that got the initial access, Eddie Ruckus, Hypnotized, Mithy, Kevin Cav, you got Lady Vertical, Caroline Frost, Annoyed Cherry, Miss Quee, Jake O, Sinful Deity, Gotta Be Me Man, myself. We all got the ingots, and then as it pressed on, you got some of them that got gears. Fat Pally, and Kiki Is Your Friend, and Braylin, and Chicheva. A lot of these people, amazing creators. And they've gone through and they got all of their own stuff in honor, I guess, of testing the pack. Very, very cool stuff. So I'm obviously kind of partial to my pretty blue ingot. Obviously quite partial to it. Now, I want to say it's Cazadorian. No, which one does mine go into? That recipe has been removed. I'm going to have words. So yeah, it's... Oh no, there it is. That is required in the Cazadorian. So that recipe's been changed. It's been changed. But yes, I am quite partial to that. And again, if you're watching the replay of this, this is a full comprehensive playthrough. There will be no edits. Get roughly 2.5 hours per live stream, which can later be broken down into 5 30-minute parts to be loaded up onto the channel. Feel free to add questions and things of that nature to the comment section, and I can answer them in the next episode. I'll try to keep up with them. I will do my best. How late is Project E? Project E in Mythic Mode got pushed back a lot further than Kappa Mode. And here's why. Philosopher's Stone. Philosopher's Stone now requires an ultimate singularity. To make the ultimate singularity, it requires one of each singularity, all 81 of them. For example, the coal singularity requires 1,000 coal blocks. The Elven Court singularity, 1,000 elven quartz blocks, and so on and so forth. And then you need the wyvern core and a whole ton of other weirdo things. 4 soul crystals. So yeah, it's a ways off. It is a long, long ways off. All right, we got iron. We don't need you in there. Plenty of bone meal. We're going to need dust, clay, pressed sand. More dust. That's probably the one argument I have, is that we need a better texture. It's hard to see the difference between the two. But time to get into some porcelain clay. We'll get a quarter stack. There we go, because that gives us a full stack of clay. We'll go half stack. Gives us half a stack of unfired porcelain. You're gonna have to go in and be cooked. All right. Keep that. 9, spread you out. Make another furnace. We're gonna drop you down over here. Actually, no. Put you in between. And we... Oh, crap. 8, 9. Yeah, turns out we didn't prepare for that portion. All right, then. So... 2, 3, 4, 5. For those of you familiar with my live streams, you know about my boys. And one of them currently is getting on my last nerve because he's whining behind me. I don't know if you guys can hear him or not. They're not accustomed to me doing this kind of working at this hour. So, in their defense, you know... This will give us a little bit more coal. So we can get all that porcelain clay taken care of. Not all of it, because I do believe we're going to need some of it to make other machines. All right, so let's go ahead and clear out our task list here. You have not heard them yet. Fantastic. Melter, tank, faucet, casting basin, and casting table. So melter, tank, faucet, basin, and table. All right, most of these require the brick. That requires the brick. An unfired faucet actually requires the raw porcelain, the unfired porcelain. So let's go ahead and make one of you. And that will get, it's just enough. Fantastic. What's up, Witten? Thank you. Time to branch out. Make more content versus just streaming. That way this stuff can go up on my YouTube channel each week. It's nice to see members of my community coming over from the other side. And iron is complete, which is fantastic. Dust. We only need 9. Let's see if Lady Luck's gonna shine on us. Probably not. That's 2. We're gonna need a few more. 3. Yeah, we're gonna need a little bit more. That's all right. Because as we go through and do this, we are also getting the other materials we are going to need to further our shenanigans. Further shenanigans are an important thing. Something I can't wait for is, and that's going to be the beauty of being able to discuss these things during the YouTube live stream. But some of the things I can't wait for are these expert level packs. In 118 and things of that nature. I'm very excited to see what the future holds for modded. Plenty of dust. This should be enough. I'm gonna get that 9 so we can start getting lava. Hi, Richard. New year. Well, an additional platform. I am by no means done on the Twitch side of things, but branching out, getting more stuff going on. Not only here, but doing TikTok stuff. I'm going to be getting into YouTube Shorts, the short form content here on YouTube, and a lot of that is going to be heavily focused on streaming, content creation, and things of that nature. Just from the observances, we'll say, that I've witnessed in my time as a creator. Richard! I'll be. It's great to see you, dude. See, I have the same name everywhere. It's easy to figure out who I am. Like I said, it's fantastic to see some of the members of the community and people that I've supported for so long over here. It really is. Yes, they do. The YouTube Shorts, from what I understand, is a direct competitor for things like TikTok. And as I'm getting into TikTok myself, more of the comedic side and the snarky side of things, I want to keep the more is serious the right word to use? I don't know. I don't know if serious is the right word to use. More quote unquote business oriented content over here. All right, lava generation. We kind of glazed over it, right? This one here required the crucible, which we quickly made because we had our blaze mesh. But if you've ever done this before, you know how long it takes to make lava when you're utilizing a torch. 3, 4. So we're gonna let that cook for a minute. We're gonna need a couple more ingots so we can make a proper bucket. But But yes, with the new year, Ridger, it is far more diverse content to expand the brand, so to speak. Got to do all the things, you know. If you keep all your eggs in one basket, you're gonna find a hole in that basket. Go ahead, make a bucket. Oh, wait a minute. Buckets require plates. That's right. Well, I completely forgot about that. You require zinc. Do we have... Do not have zinc. We get zinc from sand. Ah, yes. Now we begin the rabbit hole that is Project Ozone. Play enough packs, you learn what comes next. And then next thing you know, what comes next is not next. And that's one of my favorite things about the Ozone world. Yes, hooray for more baskets. Alright, we need to get us some zinc. Put the dust in here because I'm sure we will use it. Zinc. Because we're going to get that smithing table. Or the crushing table. How many do we need for the crushing table? 3. And an anvil. The anvil's going to be a problem because we need blocks of iron. Can we make you? That's going to be difficult. All right, so we're going to have to back it up a little bit. We're going to have to back things up a little bit. I think we bit off a little bit more than we could chew. Throw in a second chest. Yes, I cannot wait to see what comes to us modded folks, here in the very, very near future. Alright, iron plates. Let's get this porcelain stuff taken care of. I have clay buckets, but clay buckets are one and done when you're dealing with lava. Alright, we're going to need the basin. We're going to need the table. We need to cook some glass. Because we need to make the melter. Now, the nice thing about the melter is you can actually use solid fuel. But we're not... I think that requires the heater. Porcelain heater. Yes. Fuels, you can use solid fuels within the heater to melt down your materials. But this is what is going to be used to make seared brick, if I'm recalling correctly. Seared stone. Yep. Because grout. Take grout. You have to put grout into your melter. You can't cook it like you used to be able to. Put it in a high oven. Oh, that's something different. So you gotta hand it to Cazador for some of the shenanigans that he has pulled. Lots of love and respect for Cazador. Does great work. Long time fan of the series, as made evident by the silly little ingot with my name on it. But he's gonna make you work for it. Alright, I'm gonna need you. Gonna need you. Gonna need an empty spot as well. We're gonna need another quarter stack. This is where matching hoppers would come in handy. Hopper feeding in. You just dump your dust in, right? Hopper extracting all of the clay. There's 16. That should be enough, at least to kick things off. We're gonna go that. We're gonna go that. We're gonna pop you in the middle. 2 stacks of grout. Fantastic. All right, I'm gonna go ahead into our melter, which requires the window. Actually, I think there's one that's a little bit cheaper. Can never keep them right though. That's my problem. Oh, guess not. All right, I don't want to use the tank version. Yeah, use the cage. I'm actually gonna need more. Fantastic. I was asked whose idea was it to add more. Not mine. I am not taking credit for that one. Jake Shoe, welcome. How are you doing? It was not my idea by any means to add more beyond Kappa mode. I wanted other things to be added to Kappa mode, but Cazador decided to create Mythic mode instead, which I'm fine with. With my knowledge of Kappa mode, I'm eager to see where things start to branch off. Kind of excited for it, to be truthful. Alright, we have our melter. Last thing we need is our tank. I'm going to go ahead and get you in place. As that cooks up, fantastic. Oh, Beck. Welcome, my friend. Good to see you. While this proceeds on, I need you. We're gonna need another stone wand. Dogface is continuing his shenanigans. And hey, Simply Tinkers is complete. We are moving right along. I am Grout. Let's see here. Go in here. So we completed Simply Tinkers along with I am Grout. This is going to be what we need to get to Advanced Tinkers. We completed the Iron Mesh and Lava Gen, which is nice because it means we can get into a Cobble Gen like yesterday. At least a tier 1. The tier 2 Cobble Gen requires blocks, so we're gonna need a few minutes at least. So let's get this set up. Melter, tank. It's unfortunate we're gonna have to waste at least a couple of clay buckets. We're gonna have to waste a few of them. I was hoping to not, believe it or not, but it is what it is. We're making the lava fast enough. Multi-streaming I am streaming on multiple platforms, but I am not dual streaming. I am not live on my Twitch channel as well as this one because I would rather not get in trouble. Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble. All right, so is this going to... We need to make a plate cast. I do not believe we have clay plates. Lavium, that's new. Kovar. Yeah, those are new. Okay, so we do. We do. Fantastic. Can we... Yep. We need gold. Actually, we should be able to put you straight away. Yes, fantastic. But yeah, I did the research. I can stream on Twitch as a partner and over here, but I can't do them both at the same time. Just like the affiliate, I can't do that. All right, we need one more. As you can see how quickly this melts it at 30x is really nice. Let's see here. What are some of the other options for the Crucible in terms of heat sources? The Blaze Mesh is your earliest at the highest unless or until you can get into the Nether, get yourself some heat sand, and that's going to be pretty much your forever heat source. Because unless for bragging rights, you've got the Infinity block at 1000x or the Awakened Draconian block at 480. But beyond that, you're not going to do it. Your Blaze Mesh and then your heat sand is going to be your two sources. Now we wait for that. It's going to take a minute or two. 1, 2, 3, 4. What tank options do we have in the very early going? 14 buckets in the basic. That's just iron and redstone, which is pretty decent. The Singularity tank holds 32 if I recall correctly, and that's glass and iron, so that's going to be the best option. And that is full up. Plate. And we're going to have us a bucket. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. There. Wonderful. 1, 2, 3. Iron bucket. And that's how we do. So we need to get iron cooked up. Always need more iron because we need hoppers. We need hoppers pretty extensively at the moment. Mac, I've been doing well. Getting started over here, as you can see, which is something new for me. Trying my hand over here, obviously giving the much promised Mythic Mode playthrough to see what kind of things Cazador has in store for us. And I just realized it's gonna, I need more gold. actually, we'll set that down. Because this is some of the shenanigans we pull. Hopper. Oh, one of many hoppers. So you can learn. Well, I will be doing roughly 2.5 hours every Monday, and then those will be uploaded to the channel. So if there's questions and you can't catch the Monday, yeah, what's a seed for the world? There you go. Go ahead and get that copied down. More. Another hopper. You there, with you there, and we're gonna need one more hopper. This will go back here. Now, do we have... We do. And to make this... Oof. So maybe not. Timer. That's a little bit more manageable. Absolutely. Okay. A little bit more manageable. Because we're going to automate this process. Because this is going to give us seared cobblestone, which we'll be able to use to make our smeltery. And it uses less, far less. That gave me an idea. It uses less grout. That gave me an idea. All right, we need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. Definitely need to handle this wood situation. Put the seed in the description. Hadn't thought about it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That cooked up. Stand by real quick. My apologies. All right. Timer get. That's 80. There. This will run until stuff runs out. And I'll just keep going. And that automates the production of seared cobblestone. And then we can press on afterwards with that. We need to fix trees next. We need wood resolution. Which means we also need, let's go ahead and get U5. And we're going to get U5. Because, yes. One sapling dropped from that. Wonderful. All the more better. That one dropped to 23. Because you're nicer. And look, we're almost up to a stack of wood. That was glorious. And then it gives me that thing. Two, three, four, five. And 5. And we're gonna go ahead. I need you. Again. First thing is first, we're going to need a hopper. We're going to need bonsai. So now, head over here to make the bonsai pot. Achievement get. We take said bonsai pot, pair that with a hopper, we get the hopping bonsai pot, which is the next one on the list. Let's go ahead and claim all this. I apologize. Drop all of our rack that we're slowly accumulating into here. We now have a hopping bonsai. I'm going to take 4 drawers, or 4 chests, excuse me, and create 4x4 drawers. Put you there. With you on top. We're going to need some dirt, aren't we? We have at least 1 spare dirt. Once we get grass, putting grass up there will be a little bit more functional. It's slow going. Let's not fool anybody. It's slow going, but this is going to get us our wood. I think slimy dirt is actually really good for it. If only there was a way we could get slimy dirt. Only we knew somewhere we could get slimy dirt. We just need silk touch. That's how far you've gotten. It's going to get more challenging and more complicated going forward. Absolutely. Beck, you've known me a long time. I am not going to candy coat it. I'm going to tell you exactly how it is. But as long as popularity is not the word I'm looking for. As long as interest is gained through this process, I will keep these episodes going. If there's no interest in it, then obviously it's not worth the effort of the time. if that makes sense, because I need to put my efforts into things that are going to be beneficial for growth and things of that nature. But also, don't be scared to ask questions through each video in the comment section if you can't make the live stream. And then I can go through and go from there. If it's something we're not working on, I will do my best to maintain that question and then address it when the time comes. We are literally out. All right, we'll put more in. Fantastic. So that's done. Now, the next thing we need to work on. Where's our bucket? I used it. That's right, because I don't like using this buckets. Let's get us a new bucket. We're going to go into here. 3 across the top, 3 across the bottom. We're going to put some glass in the middle. We're going to steal our bucket. Get a bucket of water. A bucket of lava. And that almost could have gotten bad. Okay, interesting. Cobble gen. What am I missing? No mixing and matching. Got it. That's a new one for me. I think. I could have sworn previously you could mix and match. Maybe not. Again, things that I have forgotten because the various different ways I've played this game. Alright. Bucket of lava. Let's try this one more again. There we go. Then go ahead and make regular basic drawer. And that completes a new quest. Put you underneath for the, I guess we're gonna need to. And put you there. And that will slowly get us cobblestone. Eventually, once we get able to upgrade that, because we need iron blocks. Block of iron can be made a factorizer, or in a casting basin when you melt up all of the stuff. And it's going to take some time. Alright, let's see here. We have 9 across the bottom, right? 3 in the back, 3 in the side, 3 in the front, 3 in the side. And we're going to need 12 more. Because the way you do things. I could already push through and have what I need. How are we doing over here? Oh, we're going to go ahead and get to the next step in the process. We're going to need controller. Smeltery controller. Let's see if things have changed. And it takes that melter. We gotta make another melter. So we're gonna need more porcelain. Let's get more porcelain going. Because with more porcelain comes more clay. Melter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 4 is 10. We have 7. Do we have any more? We do not. Okay. Here's sand. I need dust. Imagine trying to put lava in there. Where is... There we are. So we have 3. We need 10, so let's make 7 more. And we're going to go ahead and cook you up. Ooh, we have a fuel problem. Okay, so let's fix it with some gravel. As we lose some stuff, because my inventory management is hot garbage. It always has been. Always has been. This is nothing new to the people that know. All right, put you in there. We have our 5 glass. Wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll need the 6. Oof. Mistakes were made. That's fine. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get our gold again. As we need to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to make a cast. Okay, I was gonna say, didn't I have 6? Pretty sure I had 6. And gesture screws up. Because timing is off. Oof, can't recook those. Oh, we'll find another use for them somewhere. We always do. This will cook up pretty fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll give us bricks that we need. And for the time being, we will stick with the seared. Yeah. The seared cobblestone doesn't look the best. We'll upgrade that at a later time. Right now, we are going to just have the smeltery structure that we need. And what will be a mess of a platform. Because that's exactly what it'll turn out being. Stuff everywhere. We'll figure it out at a later time. Yeah, we're gonna need torches. We're gonna need a piece of sand. All right, Smeltery controller is 8 more done. Fantastic. So we're gonna have I need more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I suppose we can use those for the time being. Still gonna need the tank. Smeltery controller. Because what I forgot was the train. Those are 6 each. That again, I love this functionality in Quark. Stuff just like that. There, fantastic. See your tank. Porcelain tank. It's you. All right. Okay. Seared drain. Loves doing this to me, I swear. Four, 5, 6. This next one will be drain number 2, which will go over here. Go ahead and break you. And just like that, we now have our smeltery. What are we missing? A seared faucet, the table, and the basin is what we are missing. So a lot of this stuff we should be able to move over. Put you there. Some type of stepping. Fantastic. Perfect. Go ahead and grab our oak chest. Put it right there. Hopper draining into that. We need a hopper dumping into there as well. Fortunately, we have this one. So place this hopper on top of the smeltery controller. Obviously, a lot of this stuff will eventually move other more appropriate locations. You have to move. Because I need redstone control there. Can the faucets? They cannot. Seared faucet. I thought so. Some of this stuff I'm still remembering. We're going to put that there. We're going to put you there. And we're going to grab our timer. And set you to 60. There we go. Smeltery is done. We can take and now double all of our ore type stuff and turn it into ingots. Eventually. This will have to be cleared out and cleaned out and looking kind of proper. Not this cobblestone mess. We still got to do a casting table and a casting basin. So that's going to require this to be turned back into seared. So we'll do that before we can complete that task. Cobble gen claimed. Alrighty, not terrible. Two cleaned up, seal the hole because I know my luck. I will fall down it. And I don't want that to happen. We're gonna need iron. How are we looking? We're up to 7 stacks of cobble already. As we've been working on other things. I can't entirely argue with that. We're going to need iron. Go ahead and clean this out. Grab us a bunch of gravel. And we'll get this going. Yeah, some much needed iron, some irony bits, because we're gonna need what 12 iron blocks, I think, 8 for the cobble gen, and then we're gonna need 4 for the tool forge thing. But we're already up to an iron mesh, so that's gonna do us a bit of good, fortunately. See what type of other things that we can get. We can make some great progress today. That's almost right there, a stack of iron. Which, when it's all said and done, Oof. Not so good. Let's see here. By 9, so we'll go with 63. If this doubles the way it should, let's double check it. It'll be 14 blocks. No, it does not. Fastest way to ore double is going to be where? No, sorry, I was looking at the high of it. Smeltery. This is going to ore double. Wonderful. Fastest way to a fluid tank. Tungsten, steel. We're going to need fluid tanks. That fluid tank, you want to talk about a mean process for automation. The would-be shenanigans that can be handled with that. I may or may not have abused it to where now it's a little bit more difficult to. Yeah. So the auto sifter needs pistons. Keep the crushing table up. You're gonna need the tool forge. Put you up. Let's see here. Do we have an iron one? Yes. Need to make you Cobble Gen. Need to make use of our lists here. All right. We need you. Surrounded by 2. We also need 1, 2, 3, 4. And where's our nickel? Gonna need that nickel. Once this gets complete with whatever it is that it's doing, it's still running. Okay. Actually only be 1. And theoretically, that's gonna take a hot minute, isn't it? Yeah, it's gonna take a whole hot minute. Look at it go. Or, I mean, we could use that to make our anvil, to make our plate. No. Not yet. I forgot how slow that was to cool. Which is half the reason it's taken so long. Alright, porcelain faucet. So we can get that second side up and running. Or not. There we go. We're gonna need the Invar. We're gonna need those 2. There we go for the 2 pistons. We're just now short Invar. And I screwed that up. Fantastic. Because it's got to be made into the faucet first. Let's get a stick. because as we quickly expand, the last thing we need is turning this place into a mob farm. We need a mob farm. We're going to make a mob farm, but that's not how we're going to do it. One, two, three. Oh, that's also the other half of the problem is that, yeah, it's turning off and on. All right, let's go ahead and grab 1, 2. And get some Invar going, and we'll dump that into that. That way we can get water wheels, we can get the stone axles, and we can get the auto sifter up and running for that process. Mob farm. Ooh, we're in the ocean. Oh, this is not ideal. Beach. We might have to go that. Might have to go in a south direction. Might have to go in a south direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Two hours in. We're making good progress for 2 hours. Real good progress. Looks like. Look at that. Even get. Second one's done. Plenty of Invar now. Oh. Let's get you filled up. Get ingots. There's 1, 2, and that'll make us our pistons. Oh, I did not put the piston up there. That's unfortunate. Because we need the piston to make the auto sifter. And then with the auto sifter, we're going to need to add gears and the axles. We need hoppers, which requires more iron. Ooh, look at that. 5 blocks. So I think what's in my best interest, instead of, we'll get that done here in a second. We're going to move that to the other side. Oh, dude. Mistakes were made. Oh well. There are ways to recover. Of those ways, I am not worried. Let's go ahead and get our blocks real quick. Piston, the 2 pistons. We're going to need, for that, 2 hoppers, a whole ton of stone gears, and then more stone gears. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be the best way. Let's see here. Each axle requires 3. There's 12. That'll give us 4 axles. But we also need water wheel requires immersive engineering. Okay, so welcome to the next level of hatred. Fantastic. So we need creosote. We get creosote. And get a coke oven. To get the coke oven, require coke bricks. To get coke brick, that's a whole ton of clay. So just when you thought it was safe. Absolutely not. Welcome to Project Ozone. It's kind of like Jurassic Park, but worse. At least in Jurassic Park, you know what's going to kill you. Here, it's just, nope, you're on your own. Here, you're on your own, big homie. That gives us our first hopper for that. We need 2 hoppers right from the get-go. And a ton of coal. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I want to automate it. Four ingots of steel. All right. What else we need? We need tungsten. Did he make this worse for me? Because that would be so kind. Magnetocraft tungsten. That's Pluto, wolfrite, tungsten ore. Of course, it's crushed netherrack, which means we need to go to the nether. So we need obsidian. We need an obsidian generator. Which means we need to cook some stone. Let's put you down. Cook you. We're gonna need. All right, that becomes 3. We're just gonna need the 1 bottom. So we'll turn you back. We just need 4 more. Fantastic. 'Cause yeah, we're really gonna want that. The other water source. Because I can almost guarantee most people are like, what are you doing? It is a completely different path than most people are accustomed to. That's, of course. Okay, so basic plating We need some lead buckets. That one. 2 buckets, some tin, basic plating, which is some lead, graphite dust. You up there, fantastic. Graphite dust. That's doable. We just need, that's doable. All right. I can't explain why I choose to make things as difficult as I do, but it's fun, right? That's what they tell me. It's fun. Some zinc. You're nickel. You're aluminum. All the zinc I have. Oof. Cook you up. We'll get you turned into ingots in no time. 1, 2, 3. I need some planky planks. It's gotta be an anvil. Anvil. All right, and then molten zinc. Okay, interesting. Give us our zinc. Should. Oh, fantastic. There's our crushing table. Stone hammer. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's... Oh, there it is. Stone hammer. All right, fantastic. We can do that. Fantastic. Now we need lead. Somebody always has to go through and do things differently. Always. I'll be that guy. The crushing table is a part of magnetic craft. Magnetic craft can do some kind of cool things. It's I wish it had a better use. It's got its own power source. It's got some of its own multi-block structures. Solar panel, we will be using a shelving unit. A lot of people use the sieve, not so much. The solar tower, mirror, shipping container, pump. The pump jack I've seen folks use, but the hydraulic press is going to be a thing. Because for like the heavy tungsten plate, it can only be made in this hydraulic press. It's a multi-block machine. So it's, if you've ever used a create mod in 1.16 and beyond, it's got some similar functionalities, conveyor belts and the inserter, things like that. But it's very, very limited. Some of the power systems have been a little bit on the questionable side, in my personal opinion. But we're just using the crushing table right now. We have not even got into the meat of what magnetic craft is. So at that point, we will. But we still got a little bit before we get there and get into its solar mechanics. Because again, it has its own power, or unit of power. Which, in an environment like this, it makes it challenging. Because you've got, it's like the old days of IC2. Everything has its own power source. And trying to get the 2 or 3 or however many there are to work together, it's not always simple. Yeah, there is, in one of these quest lines, we will actually have to get into. Let's see if we can figure out. Yeah, right here, over in Epsilon. Start with the crushing table, the bag grinder, solar panel, the shelving unit, the sluice, and then the infinite water source, the thermal pile, mag wind turbine, and then its power and battery, which we are still a healthy ways away from really utilizing, because I go through and have to do things just a little bit differently, and just to kind of find new workarounds. We're already at the crushing table because I want this water source. What's up, Jan? So we now have water source. One, two, three, four, 5. Make another chest. Make another hopper. And this, we will be able to automate the production of clay. Which, as we kind of talked about, we're going to need to make the immersive engineering stuff. We're going to need a ton of it. I mean, we're going to need a ton of clay anyhow. But, yeah. Again, if you are seeing the replay of this, this will be a full comprehensive playthrough. Every single step of the way. You won't miss a single bit of it. There will be no cuts or edits or anything of that nature. Boom. That fills with water. Take the infinite water source right next to a wooden barrel, fills it with water, and then from there we can take dust. And that is now an infinite, well, near infinite source of clay. And it will automatically fill it over and over and over again as long as dust is in this item hopper in the back. One other thing I want to check. I don't know if it's been disabled or not. we have no lava. Let's get some more lava going real fast, because we're going to need more iron. Lots more iron. Also need to get a Cobble gen set up, an additional one just for you. But this is what I want to check. Oh. So that's a thing. That's a thing. We can make obsidian in the smeltery. I couldn't remember that whether that was on or off, and obviously it looks like it is turned on. So getting to the end just got a little bit easier, but we are coming to the conclusion of this week's set. And again, no time will change between this week and next week. We will go through and it will be 100% start to finish. All right, go ahead and claim that. We're going to head back into beta. We can claim the basic drawer. Fantastic. Up in alpha. Growth crystals, because we haven't gotten into anything farming related. The nether, 2 options. You can make the cake, or you can actually make the portal. We're going to go the portal route. We're not going to go the cake route, because the cake is kind of complicated in that you need the eggs and the sugar and the wheat and the milk, because you actually have to make cake. Question was, how many cheese opportunities have you found yet? Obviously, being able to make obsidian in here is a little bit of cheese. Early access to an infinite water source like this to make all the clay that we would need is a little bit of bypass cheese, we will call it. So nothing too out of the ordinary for what I attempt to do, because a lot of those additional cheese options have been, well, they've been taken away from me. The big one was the tank. Where to go? Which we are working towards. We just need to get to the nether to get tungsten. And then we can make this fluid tank, which we will then use to make an infinite supply of lava, as well as an infinite supply of obsidian. And then we will need our mob farm as well. We will need a storage medium for the mob farm. And maybe we'll take that opportunity to hop into Epsilon and make the shelving unit. That's going to need a bit of iron and things of that nature before we can get into that. Fantastic. So, for those of you who have come by the live stream and hang out, I appreciate you. And we will be back roughly 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time next Monday. We'll do this for 2.5 hours each day. That way I can pull the video from YouTube, break it down into 5 30-minute chapters, and then each week we can press on. So it's either 5 30-minute episodes or whatever the case may be. If you are watching the replay of this, feel free to ask questions and see how things are, things of that nature. Appreciate you hanging out, appreciate you watching. The like and subscribe, all the shenanigans are there for you. So I appreciate you. Have a great day, and I will either see you next week or we'll see you on my live stream over on Twitch. Everything social is at GestureLab47. So yeah.